Oh, hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna do a Q&A after this. This live is gonna be for 2 hours. Seinfeld star dies age 93. Sadly. Guys, come in. Like I said, if you want to be a approved channel member, subscribe and put your name in the comments so I can get you approved. Basically, that's all you have to do is subscribe and, of course, like all 210 YouTube videos when you get the chance. Because as of this YouTube video, I have 210 YouTube videos and 6,847 YouTube viewers. Seinfeld. Tupac Shakur's sister tearfully remembers late rapper as he possibly gets star on Hollywood Walk of Fame. She did amazing. That was Tupac's sister. I didn't even know he had a sister. As you guys know, his mom passed away a few years ago, so she wasn't there to accept his Hollywood Walk of Fame star, but the sister was. Also known by his stage name Tupac, and briefly Machiavelli, was an American rapper. Tupac Amari Shakur, he is widely known and widely considered one of the most influential and successful rappers of all time. Shakur is one of the best-selling music artists, having sold more than 75 million records worldwide. He was assassinated and passed away on September 13th of 1996 at the age of 25. You can tell Tupac does look somewhat like his sister. Yeah, I can see that she does. He definitely looked like his mom a lot. On Wednesday, June 7th, the music icon and actor and activist was posthumously given a star on the Hollywood Boulevard. Tule Shakur, who is also the late artist's stepfather, mm, who was released on parole from a 6-year prison sentence in December 2022. The 70-year-old who has advanced form of cancer was incarcerated for racketeering and robbery murder charges. You can't play with no robbery or no legal mess like that. That's just a whole frenzy of legal problems and legal matters that you don't want to have to deal with, but don't get yourself mixed up in the wrong people or, you know, wrong situations like that. Before she passed away, Tina Turner said something heartbreaking about her health. Let's see what she said. Before her tragic death, iconic singer Tina Turner shared a health warning that could inspire others to avoid some of the issues she faced, and also serves as a timely rebuke of the country's public health, education, and medical system. If I had known how high blood pressure and kidney disease are connected, the late performer wrote in an Instagram post roughly 3 months before her passing last month, I would have been spared a lot of suffering. She basically said if I would have known how high my high blood pressure would have been and kidney disease are connected, the late performer wrote in an Instagram post roughly 3 months before her passing last month. I would have spared a lot of suffering. Turner had, as reports highly highlighted following her death at the age of 83 years old last month, suffered from high blood pressure and kidney disease, the latter of which she had a kidney transplant in 2017. But like I said, you know, when I'm her age, she was almost 100. She was 17 years shy of being 100. I want to be buried in a gold casket like her, but she won't be buried in a gold casket. She'll be cremated. She'll have a funeral in a casket. I'm not sure if it'll be gold, but probably. But like I said, I would love to be in a gold casket. I'm gonna have all that stuff planned out, years to come, hopefully many years to come before I pass away. Very many years. And it's all in the Holy Spirit's hands, but I'm hopefully many years to come. It'll all work out, guys, and it'll be okay. But like I said, we're gonna talk about latest hot topics um, involving multiple celebrity conspiracies, like celebrities who tragically passed away in sad circumstances. And there's many of them. Here is just a list of celebrities who died before turning the age of 30. Kurt Cobain was a rock legend with legends of fans and a high level of fame in 1994. However, despite being the pinnacle of the music world, he suffered from deep depression and tragically passed away at the age of 27, at the young age of 27. So he was only 10 years older than me because I'm 17 years old. So yeah, he was 10 years older than me. Of course, he would be a lot older than that now since he passed in 1994 at the age of 27. You add say 29 plus 27, and that's how old he would be. He'll be 56. He'll be the exact same age as Anna Nicole Smith, because Anna Nicole Smith was born in 1967 as well, and Kurt Cobain was born in 1967, I think. So they would both be 56. We're going to go on break at 7, everybody. That's in 14 minutes. I need to clean that doggone floor. Okay, guys, I'm back. But like I said, I didn't get up to like 6:07 or 6:05 or somewhere around there. I went to school all week. From Monday to Wednesday. I just didn't go today. And that's mainly because I didn't go to sleep till like freaking 2 a.m. Because we had a lot of stuff to do yesterday. But yeah, I went basically all week. 3 days, almost 4 days. So guys, I've been busy all week and now I'm finally home for the weekend, for the week, the rest of the week, and for the weekend. So that will be 5 days. Let me see what else is in the hot topics. Excuse me, I'm sorry. This book right here, I'm going to be doing on a tribute book tour to Miss Betty White. Like I said, I've read a few pages of this book. This book just discusses her life, everything she accomplished. It does discuss her death as well, but it discusses a lot of stuff. But yes, if you go to the first page is when it discusses her death and what happens leading up to her passing. All I know is she had a stroke, and she had a stroke on Christmas Day. Then about 6 days later, a week later, she passed away. That's basically how it went down, I think. She was 99. I mean, she was 2 weeks shy of being 100. She lived a very long life, just like I have. 17 years old, I've lived a long life as well now, but I would love to live as long as she did. But the difference is, I want to be in a gold casket when that time comes. Hopefully, when I'm 100 years old. That's it, like another 80 years from now. I think I'm 17 years old, so that is like 83 years from now, 82, 80, somewhere around there. No, I'm sorry, guys. Wait, hold on. Let me figure this out. I think I'm right, but I figured out. Let me see. I do know 100 subtract 17 is 83. So I'm guessing in 83 years, I'll be 100. That's a long time from now. Jesus. Dang. That is a long time from now. I mean, I have lived a long time as well, and I'm very so thankful to Holy Spirit for it because in 11 months, I'll be celebrating my 18th birthday, and that'd be huge. Like, I'm still celebrating the celebrations of my 17th birthday as well. Trying to find some more hot topics we can talk about because I basically discussed everything that needs to be discussed. There's just a few other things that does need to be discussed. Trump appears to be spreading false indictment rumors to incite chaos, apparently. He was arraigned, not indicted, guys. He was arraigned that day. I don't, yeah, I'm not sure what goes on with the legal stuff, but we'll just have to keep watching the news, guys, to see what's going on with Trump. That's all I know. I don't really stick to the news that much. I watch some of it. I've been mainly keeping up with the wildfires that's been going on in Canada, New York City. I'm glad I live where I am in North Carolina because we don't deal with stuff like that, like wildfires and stuff. I mean, I guess we don't deal with stuff like that here. This is God's country, the Holy Spirit's country. We don't deal with stuff like that. But we see all that stuff on the news with New York City, Canada. And I'm praying for them people. I mean, that's crazy. Dang. I'll be right back, y'all. Hey guys, we are gonna go on break, and I'll come back in like 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes. But we'll come back. I'll come back in a few minutes. I gotta vacuum this room. Vacuum. I wonder what Melania thinks about all this stuff going on with Trump. I mean, she is very private, but when she was first lady, it's not like she didn't talk or nothing. She did do a lot of interviews. Just she did interviews. It's just she wasn't a very outspoken first lady. That's just who she was. She's from Russia, so but she moved to the United States back in the early 90s, I think, or late 80s. I think the early 90s is when she moved to the US. I'm not totally sure. I have to Google it. In 2005 is when she married the real estate developer and TV personality Donald Trump and gave birth to their son, Barron, in 2006. Later that year, she became an American nationalized citizen. So she did not become a naturalized citizen until I was about the year I was born, when she had her and Trump's first child. Because their kid is the same age as me, 17 years old. I mean, he's up in some age now. He'll be 18. I'll be 18 in like 11 months. Like I said, Trump has a major um, impact over the GOP, Republican Party. That means he has most of the voters in the Republican Party. So it's going to be very hard to beat him, and he's the front runner of everything. I mean, I'm a Republican too, but he's like the main Republican of that party. Melania Trump can speak a multitude of languages, including French, German, Italian, Serbian, Slovenian, and English. She can speak more languages than any first lady before her. In Gallup's annual poll of the most admired women, Trump ranked in the top 10 each of her years as first lady. She served as the First Lady of the United States from 2017 to 2021. I'm pretty sure if Trump's reelected, she's going to be the First Lady again. I heard that Trump is not going to have a male vice president this time. He's going to choose a female. I mean, let him choose a female this time. I mean, he had Pence as his vice president last time, and Pence is trying to be president this time. So let him do what he wants. I'm not going down in port. I mean, he's already got a lot of stuff with the investigations that still going on around him. So, like I said, he has a lot of money and he can get through it or get out of it, I have to say. Or maybe Trump founded Trump Hotels and Casino Resorts, which assumed ownership of Trump Plaza and Trump Castle and the Trump Casino in Gary, Indiana. Trump speculated about running against President Barack Obama in the 2012 election, making his first speaking appearance at the Conservative Political Action Conference. In 2016, Trump received 306 pledged electoral votes versus 232 for Clinton. The official counts were 304 and 227, respectively, after defections on both sides. And in 2017, Trump signed the Tax Cuts and Job Acts of 2017. The bill had been passed by both Republican controlled chambers of Congress without any Democratic votes. Trump, he won the 2016 presidential election as the Republican nominee against Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton, while losing the popular vote. And if you guys don't know this, Hillary speaks to the dead. Yes, she does, because I've watched and I've read a bunch of stuff online about her talking to Eleanor Roosevelt. Because y'all know Hillary stayed in the White House for some time. She wasn't president or nothing, but her husband was president, Bill. So she was in the White House for some years. I think 4, 8. I'm not sure how many years she was in the White House, but I think it was 4. But like I said, she talks to the dead. She talked to Eleanor Roosevelt, and she been dead for so many years. She been dead for almost 60 years, if not 60 already. I mean, I'm not sure how true it is, but I just read it. And it could be true. It seems like she would do something like that. It seems like she would go that low to do something like that. My opinion. Okay, I'm researching on Eleanor Roosevelt, and it says that she was born October 11th, 1884. She passed away November 7th, 1962. She was the First Lady of the United States from 1933 to 1945 during her husband Franklin D. Roosevelt's 4 terms in office. God, he was president for 12 years. Jeez. Because they don't have presidents like that no more. You can't serve no more than 8 years now. But back then, you could serve up to 12 years. That's a good thing, I guess. It is. Have y'all been researching, watching the news like lately about what's going on in Canada, New York City? It's literally orange above the sky in Canada and New York City, Manhattan. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, remember like, and subscribe, and comment for attendance. Comments for YouTube attendance. We're gonna go on break till 8. I'll come back in a few minutes and we'll let the live last till 9. I'll be back, everybody.
Dry anyways, and that's all burning. So it's all part of that extreme cycle.
Is your Medicaid coverage changing? United Healthcare Individual.
Unfortunately, while this discovery is not what we were hoping for, we are thankful to be able to bring Maddie home to her family.
Guys, y'all know the missing woman that was missing since March 31st? Well, her body has been found, and her name was Madeline Kingsbury. She went missing back on March 31st of 2023, and she has been found deceased at near Adam Fravel's parents' house, I think. After months of searching, Madeline Kingsbury's body has been found, and her ex-partner Adam Fravel has been charged with her murder. Dang.
69 days. That is how long it took to find missing Winona woman Madeline Kingsbury. Madeline, known to many as Maddie, disappeared on March 31st. And yesterday afternoon, her body was found just off of a gravel road in southern Minnesota. And then just a couple of hours after that, the father of Maddie's 2 children was arrested.
Tonight, Adam Fravel is in jail, held on probable cause for second-degree murder. We have a lot to get through in this developing story that has really just gripped the state. We have team coverage for you to help explain all of these developments.
Rob Olson gets us started live in Winona with the day's latest developments.
Yeah, what is unclear here is exactly when to expect criminal charge or charges against Adam Fravel. He's being held at the jail here in Winona, but of course, Maddie Kingsbury's remains were found down in Fillmore County. So again, there's 2 counties involved here as investigators try to put together the pieces, but today, again, confirming what many had feared.
Digital evidence collected by investigators led us to this area.
It was in the area of this intersection along Highway 43, a few miles north of Mabel, which is not far from the Iowa border, and in a brushy area off of a public gravel road, where Maddie Kingsbury's remains were found early Wednesday afternoon, confirmed by the medical examiner on Thursday morning.
The area had been previously searched, but Maddie's body was covered and concealed in such a manner that she was not visible.
At 5:20 Wednesday afternoon, Fillmore County deputies arrested 30-year-old Adam Fravel at a home in Mabel without incident. Maddie's remains, they say, were found not far from Fravel's parents' house, but the sheriff made very clear, not on their property.
The Fravel property is within the same area of Fillmore County. I would say within several minutes of where this is, and I think that's about as specific as we want to get.
But they declined to elaborate any further on any other evidence against Fravel, who was Maddie's ex-boyfriend, seen here just a few days ago at a custody hearing for their children. Only that digital evidence, either phone or computer data, led a deputy to search that area again.
There were efforts made to conceal the location of the body, and it was not visible from the roadway.
The chief declined to say if they believe the remains had ever been moved, and as to the question of any potential accomplices, that is still under investigation.
We have said that we will hold anyone involved in Madeline's disappearance accountable, and we are here to tell you that we will hold steadfast on that commitment.
So much of that area along that road had been previously searched because on the day of Maddie's disappearance, investigators had said months ago that her van was had departed Winona, gone down 43 towards Mabel and back. That Adam Fravel had been gone for a couple of hours, saying when he got back, she was missing. So again, they had focused on those areas before. One other thing they were waiting for today from the medical examiner was a cause of death or manner of death, which of course is also crucial in prosecuting a alleged murder. Now, obviously very emotional down here in Winona. So many people feeling so close to this case, close to her as well. For more on that, let's go to Mary McGuire, who's been down here many times covering the search for Maddie Kingsbury, and now that search has ended. Mary.
And Rob, Maddie's family had said that their goal was to bring her home by her birthday on June 1st. That, of course, was just 1 week ago. And although this isn't how they hoped her story would end, they have some sense of closure tonight.
Law enforcement has confirmed the remains are those of Madeline Kingsbury.
Audible sobs from Maddie Kingsbury's friends and loved ones Thursday afternoon after law enforcement confirmed their worst fears had come true. Human remains found in Fillmore County were positively identified as their beloved Maddie.
She's home, but the way we wanted. It's a lot to process. We were kind of hoping that she would be alive and just somewhere. I'm sorry.
Katie Katie Kolka was a longtime friend of Maddie's and called in the welfare check on the day she went missing.
Keep your lights on. Support us through the trial. It's going to be a rough one.
Maddie's family was not in Winona for the announcement, but in a statement to Fox 9, Maddie's dad, David, thanked law enforcement and volunteers for their months of intensive searching. We're certain that the correct person has been arrested, will be appropriately charged and convicted of his crimes. Things are moving in the right direction, and we look forward to getting justice for Madeline.
Trying to talk.
Megan Kingsbury has been a vocal advocate for her sister since she went missing, especially on social media. Although they are still waiting on formal charges, she said her family is relieved Frable is behind bars.
The whirlwind is just starting all over again. This is definitely a silver lining. We're glad that he's in custody and he's not walking around as a free man anymore.
Now, friends of Maddie also held up signs at the press conference today. They said things like justice for Maddie's kids and also she mattered. So a very emotional day at City Hall. A benefit for Maddie's 2 children is planned this weekend in Winona. Reporting live in Winona, Mary McGuire, Fox 9.
All right, Mary. Well, it's been a long few months. So how did we get here?
Over the last 69 days, there have been dozens of searches and even more tips. Our Tim Blotz walks us through the major points of this case from Maddie's disappearance to today.
Dang, she's been missing 69 days.
We're talking about a timeline here where hundreds, if not thousands of people dropped everything to come out and search for Maddie. Of course, this all started on March 31st. This is the day.
That's the day Selena was killed, y'all. Years ago, but what, 28 years? Yeah.
Maddie disappeared after dropping her 2 children off at daycare. A couple of days go by, and on April 5th, the BCA comes out and says that her disappearance...
And her killer's still in prison. She doesn't get out till... Yolanda won't get out till May 2025. That's a long time. 2.5 years.
Is
Close to about 3.
involuntary and suspicious. And this is when many of those weekend searches across 2 counties all begins. A month goes by, still no sign of Maddie. On May 5th, we now have a massive vigil for Maddie in Winona, hoping to bring her home. Still another month goes by, June 5th, and Adam is in court on this past Monday fighting for the custody of the 2 children. And then 2 days later, June 7th, Maddie's body is finally found and Adam is arrested. During this time, we're talking about a span of 69 days from
Well, from 2020, it's May, June 8th, 2023. So another 2.5 years, close to 3, but 2.5 years. So she might get out. I don't know. The parole has to agree to that. If they don't agree to it, she's not getting out and she's staying in prison. So that's the point I'm trying to make, y'all. But justice for Madeline Kingsbury, who was found, her remains were found June 7th. That was yesterday.
Maddie first disappeared.
All right, thanks, Tim. Well, of course, there are so many details to sort through here. Our Fox 9 digital team has put together an in-depth timeline, even going minute by minute. And you can find that and more continuing coverage on our website, fox9.com.
That's wrong.
Experience Boost raised month.
Oh, hi. I'm a power blackout. I'm going to take your power and severely inconvenience you.
The family of a Florida mother fatal.
Of the law. Here's what Owen's mother had to say at a press conference yesterday.
No, we can't grow tired. We can't be weary.
Today, a family and a community are grieving after their worst fears were confirmed.
After months of searching, an investigator found the remains of Madeline Kingsbury. The 26-year-old was last seen on March 31st after dropping her 2 kids off at daycare. In the following days, thousands of volunteers showed up to help search for her. Adam Frable is now in custody. He is the father of her children. He's booked on suspicion of second-degree murder. Frayville has denied any involvement in Kingsbury's disappearance. Reg Chapman is in Winona this evening. He joins us now with the latest. Hi there, Reg.
Amelia, this is not the outcome that Madeline Kingsbury's family and friends were hoping for. But for the first time in more than 2 months, they now know where their loved one is.
To say the least, the last 69 days have been frustrating, full of heartache and pain for the family, law enforcement, and the community.
More than 2,000 family, friends, and volunteers, the mother of two, searched in and around the city of Winona for any signs of her. Madeline Kingsbury's closest friends gathered at City Hall to hear the latest about a body found about an hour out of town.
Law enforcement has confirmed the remains are those of Madeline Kingsbury.
They wiped tears away as more information about Maddie was shared.
Her body was found by a Fillmore County investigator on a remote stretch of road off Highway 43 north of Mabel. The area had been previously searched, but Maddie's body was covered and concealed in such a manner that she was not visible.
Winona Police Chief Tom Williams says the last person to see Maddie alive, the father of her children, Adam Frayville, was arrested hours later.
We have said that we will hold anyone involved in Madeline's disappearance accountable, and we are here to tell you that we will hold steadfast on that commitment.
Her closest friend, the one who called authorities when she didn't show up for work, says support from the community is still needed.
Keep your lights on. Support us through the trial. It's going to be a rough one.
Now, Frayville has said from the beginning that he had nothing to do with Maddie's disappearance. Chief Williams says that digital evidence led them to the area where Maddie's body was found. Right now, the town of Winona is grieving and
Tonight, a joint investigation by the News 4 I-Team and Telemundo Investiga uncovers unthinkable allegations of rape inside a New York City hospital. A doctor accused of drugging and sexually assaulting a female patient while recording it on his cell phone. And as Chris Glorioso reports, this is not the first time he's been accused of using anesthesia to commit sex crimes.
The allegations against Dr. Ji Allen Cheng are so monstrous they could make a horror writer blush. The Queen's physician is currently facing charges he drugged a woman using an unknown liquid and recorded video as he raped her in his apartment.
It sounded like a parent's worst nightmare. Something out of a movie.
Now, Dr. Cheng is being accused of a second rape. Only this time, the alleged victim says she was his patient and it happened inside New York Presbyterian Hospital, Queens.
I am scared. I no longer want to. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. I love y'all so much. Thanks for watching. Love y'all. Peace.